Archangel Raziel, Lord of Abundance and Hidden Knowledge. What's up, you guys? This is Ashley from 𝑹𝑑𝐿1111 Ministries, home of Tarot, Bible, and Alchemy. This video is totally dedicated to the Kabbalistic Archangel Raziel. He has been mentioned in other texts, and we will get to that momentarily. I'm sure that you have seen a rainbow, whether either in the sky, in artwork, on the ground, or even in a dream. This could be Archangel Raziel reaching out to you. I encourage you to check out the blog post associated with this angel for more in-depth information. Archangel Raziel works with all matters of abundance and wisdom. He is the keeper of secrets and the angel of mysteries, known as the giver of divine knowledge of the Torah. He is a protector and ruling prince of the second heaven, protecting the angels that minister in both the celestial and earthly realms. Known for various roles ranging from cherubim serving at the throne of God to a member of �ဗ𝑦𝑛𝑚, which are the wheels from Ezekiel's vision in the book of Ezekiel in the biblical text, or a chief of 𝑖𝑟-𝑒𝑙𝑚, which is the high-ranking angels. He holds the elite role of God's scribe, listening and recording every word spoken at the throne of God. Raziel in Kabbalah is the angel in charge of the Sephra Hokmah, which means wisdom. And in Greek, it means Sophia. So you have heard me mention Sophia before. He is associated with the world of creation. This is the second of the 4 celestial worlds of the tree of life. He lends his divine wisdom to those who write laws and those who enforce laws. Each day, the angel Raziel makes proclamations on Mount Horeb from heaven of the secrets of men to all that dwell upon the earth, and his voice resounds throughout the world. This is from the Jewish Encyclopedia. Archangel Raziel and the first man. Raziel has always interacted with mankind. In the book of Sephra Raziel HaMalach, the book of Raziel the angel, the grimoire recounts the events that God sent Raziel to earth to help the physical Adam. And just as a side note, there's 2 Adams mentioned in the biblical text, which will be for another video, but that's the reason why I have Adam, the physical being, the human representation of Adam. God sent forth Raziel, the angel, who dwelled upon the river going forth from the Garden of Eden. He was revealed to Adam as the sun went black. That is an excerpt from the book. After Adam and Eve were dispelled from the Garden of Eden, Adam was distraught and he prayed. God, hearing his prayer, sent Raziel. In his compassion, the angel gave Adam Sephra Raziel HaMalach, the book that held sacred knowledge. The story continues that Archangel Raziel teaches Adam the Hebrew alphabet and how to use the 22 letters. He also reveals that the fleshly body encases the human soul, and one can achieve balance between the spiritual and the temporal realms while here on earth. So the book goes over how Adam, he's completely distraught, like how I was mentioning before, and he's praying to God because this is the first time that sin actually entered into the world. And sin is basically, in the Hebrew text, the way how sin, the word means, is like missing the mark. So his mark, almost like a bow and arrow that is aimed for the mark, for the bullseye, he missed his mark. And so that's how sin, resistance, entered into the 3D experience, entered into the world. And so he had that weight upon him, no different than the other Adam, which would be probably like the third Adam in the biblical text, which would be synonymous with the Christ. So Adam, the first man, then you have the primordial Adam, you have the second Adam, and then you have Adam in the analogy of Christ, and Christ that took on the world, the wrath or the sins of the world, the resistance of the world. And what happened is that Archangel Raziel, he came to earth, and that all of those records and all of the conversations that he recorded at the throne of God, he gave to Adam. And he passed that information, that book, to Adam. And then Adam, therefore, learned how to do things such as speak the Hebrew language, the 22 letters. And it branches off into Kabbalah and the Kabbalistic tree of life and all of that. And the book is handed down throughout the generations, throughout the bloodline of the Christ. And the Christ represents the highest level of consciousness and the 3D physical. So it went from Adam, it went through Noah, and the book describes how Noah got the measurements for the ark from that book, and then it was passed down through all of the children of Israel, like the rulers like Moses, that learned how to part the Red Sea, or more like translated as the Reed Sea. He also learns how to do different acts, such as turning the staff into a serpent. That's another key pivotal point and mention of the serpent. The serpent is also mentioning the transfiguration of man to Christ. It was also passed to Abraham, later becoming Abraham, passed down to Jacob, Joseph. It continues on. And then fast forward to the 13th century, where the book became published. Not sure exactly of the source, but it became published, and now you can look up the book, you can purchase the book. But it was initially written in Aramaic and Hebrew. The book continues to explain that out of divine thought, all energies in creation was formed. So that's very important about the divine thought, and we know that all is mental. That plays on the Kabbalion as well. And through the divine thought, travels through the systematic process from spiritual to physical realms, then through thought in a mind, and manifests in speech, and then in actions. Archangel Raziel, Metatron, and Michael. It is little known that he is also associated with Archangel Metatron and Michael and Yohael. In the Apocalypse of Zerubbabel, Archangel Michael is associated with the Archangel Metatron. Metatron is the name that Enoch receives after his transformation into an angel, according to the Jewish Apocrypha. Both Raziel and Metatron is known as divine scribes positioned at the throne of God and recording all that is said. So that's the association with Raziel and Metatron. And to go further, the same is said for the Christ and Archangel Michael. And it states in Mark 16:19 as well as in Romans 8:34. Basically, they stand on the right hand, or they sit on the right hand of God, interceding for mankind. And I went over this in a while ago about the Archangel Michael and how he sits on the right hand of God, they say, and in some beliefs that Archangel Michael and the Christ are the same. So all of these angels, they sort of kind of cross in their duties a little bit. Archangel Raziel, Tarot and Astrology. In Tarot, Archangel Raziel is associated with Chokhmah, the second of the 10 Sephirah of the Tree of Life in the Kabbalah. The two connected Sephirah, Chokhmah and Keter, is represented by the Fool card in the Tarot. The Fool card corresponds to the Hebrew letter Alpha. The 0 is a neutral number representing both the feminine and the masculine and the balance between the two. Just the same for the balance, Raziel teaches in his book To Adam the balance of the spiritual and the physical realms. In addition, Raziel is associated with Bara'a, which in Western occultism, each archangel is paired with a Sephirah. Bara'a is classified as a water element and therefore is associated or connected to the suit of cups in tarot. In astrology, Bara'a is the second of the 4 celestial worlds in the tree of life, and therefore in astrology it is connected to the fixed water sign of Scorpio. And remember how I was saying that Bara'a is connected to Archangel Raziel on the Tree of Life. So connecting with Archangel Raziel shows up in your life, especially for those that are called to be spiritual teachers, and they are called to teach this information to others. Just the same as Raziel learned information sitting at the feet or at the throne of God and recording all that information, he therefore taught it to Adam, mankind, pretty much. So this is making reference to those spiritual teachers that are learning information to therefore share with other individuals the sacred knowledge. Those that encounter him are held to an oath not to use the knowledge for the destruction or the debunking of individuals off of their spiritual evolutionary path. Ways to know that you have been contacted or sought out from Archangel Raziel. I will share a little bit of my personal experience. So I've always been drawn to rainbows. I mean, not just because they're pretty and stuff like that, but I did know in the Old Testament is the physical representation of the covenant that God made with Noah and with mankind, not to flood the earth or destruct the entire earth by flood. So it always has represented the promise, the covenant of God. And you can check out that video that I did about rainbows and the symbology of rainbows. But Archangel Raziel is associated with multiple colors, associated with rainbows and indigo. But I started to see more and more rainbows in different types of ways. And then all of a sudden he came onto my radar. And what I mean by that is that he just popped up. I seen his name in one of my decks, and then I looked him up. I already knew that he was associated with abundance, just intuitively. And it's more so the abundance of knowledge, the plethora of knowledge that you will receive. So if you want to know information on how to access the universal realms and how to process that information, anything dealing with occult information, esoteric comprehension, clairvoyance, alchemy, spiritual and universal insights, then you would connect with Archangel Raziel. Now, general encounters, this is just for people to start to understand and comprehend, like I was saying, esoteric knowledge and how to comprehend what's going on physically with them. So you may have been put through or going through or have experienced some type of trial or tribulation or some type of hardship of some sort, and it's different for everybody. Archangel Raziel will help you process that, will help you understand the reasoning, the overall universal reason why you have experienced something, and it will make it very clear for you. And just since I started working with him, a lot of clarity has came to me. So he is the angel that will clarify things to you and make it easy for you to understand what is going on and even share your testimony with others. I have created a sigil, a high definition sigil based on the Kabbalistic symbol for Archangel Raziel, and it's available for your iPhone, for your Android. You can even print it out and put it on your candles, or print it out and blow it up if you want to as a photo to work with that sigil. So if you're not sure about sigils, you can always look up sigils, but a crash course really quick of what sigils are. They're just images that are symbols that are put together to subconsciously speak to your mind. And subconsciously, you can communicate with Archangel Raziel by just looking at the sigil and getting into the energetic flow of his nature of understanding. I've also created a guided meditation that infuses Hebrew, English, and love light language that you can download. That link will be listed down below. So he is, once again, the Lord of Abundance and Divine Wisdom. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. You can leave a comment if you so pleased to. You can also join our family over here by hitting the subscribe button and as well the notification bell, so you can receive notifications when we post new information. Check out our different playlists that we have. We have the symbols and spirit animal playlist, of course tarot, the Bible studies that we have, and decoding all of that. I appreciate your time. If you want to join the Patreon family, so for the patrons, all this information will be listed on the different tiers over there. And thank you guys for your continued support. With that, you will receive a free monthly reading, energy reading, as well as all the other information I post over there. And for those who have given a donation, thank you guys so much. That is also listed down below. Services, all of that stuff listed down below. And until next time, you guys, when we cover another angel, this is Ashley. All right, peace.